like to call to order the first meeting of the Oconee County Council for 2018. As usual, we'll start out with the public comment session. The only person who signed up is Mr. Albert Schuller. There he is. Mr. Schuller, if you would step to the mic, please, so we could hear you. Unless you're having a problem standing, we can move the mic to you. I know you had knee issues, right?
Sir?
Do you want me to move the mic to you?
No.
You're having issues standing?
That's fine. What I wanted to talk about tonight is death and suicide investigations. Now, I've looked through the South Carolina Code of Law and everything, and things are jumbled up. It's hard to find, hard to understand, and everything. So I'd worked for the Navy for a good while, y'all know. I finally called a buddy of mine at NCIS. There really is an NCIS. It's not just on TV. And I asked him what was the investigative process that they used. Unfortunately, I have a copy for all of y'all in that briefcase jumbled up. My printer quit. I lost my stapler. I had everything in the world going wrong. But basically, all I'd like to do is hand this out. I'm not recommending anything. I would just like to hand this out, let y'all go through it, see if there's anything you think we can use, think that we might not be able to use, but just something to read and something to think about. And I do have one decent copy.
Okay. We'll make sure that we provide copies to all of you.
Okay. But as I say, it's not anything I'm recommending, I'm pushing, I'm thinking we're doing wrong or anything. It's something I think we could do better. And here is a way for the whole team to work together better and maybe, make things go a little smoother. I started out looking at the SLED crime statistics, and I'll have to say overall, I'd have to commend the state of South Carolina and Oconee County in particular on crime went down. I mean, it really did, and I'd have to do that. I'm sorry, but I can't help this. But it says that murder is the willing killing of one person by another. The classification of this offense is based on police investigation as opposed to determination of a court medical examiner, coroner, perjury, or other judicial body. Death caused by negligence, suicide, accidents, they're all left out. Now, I don't know why all of those people are left out of a murder investigation. Maybe they have a reason for it, but down about 2 pages later, they come to sexual abuse, sexual battery, and they say it's the anal or vaginal sodomy of somebody against their will with a foreign object or this, that, and the other.
Schuller, your allotted time has expired. If you could wrap up or summarize your comments now. Thank you.
My comment is simply, if the coroner can't understand murder, how can he understand those other things? Thank you.
Sure. No one else has signed up for public comments, so we have any council member comments. There being no council member comments, we'll have a moment of silence, please. Occasion by County Council Packer, which is me. Pray for me tonight. Father in heaven, Father of lights, thank you for this day, this new year, a time where resolutions are commonly made, shortly after commonly broken. Really pray that we would resolve with a firm resolution, powered by you, to have direction and to have harmony and wisdom that can only come through being like-minded. That like-mindedness being from your wisdom. Certainly, that we, especially the council, will be open debate, good-hearted debate, fair debate, and that through that deliberative process, through this, laws would be made, good actions would be taken, so that public good would be served, both on the individual level and on the group level. That we would show love to our neighbors and we'd help those in need, and dollars and the trust that they. Tom, would you like to say the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I believe the council has the minutes from the December 19th, 2017 regular meeting in front of them. To have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion, any amendments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That was a 5-0, correct? At this point, we have a presentation to council by Mr. Luther Lyle for the Oconee Town acquisition. Lyle.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year.
and happy county sesquicentennial. All this year, we'll be celebrating our county's 150th anniversary, or birthday, however you want to look at it. And I think everybody's aware of the fact that we are 150 years old now. But I think a lot of folks don't know where the name Oconee in Oconee County came from. So that's what this presentation is about. If the folks who named our county back 150 years ago had gone by South Carolina nomenclature protocol, the name of this county would be Walhalla County, just like Pickens County, Anderson County, Greenville, Spartanburg County, Charleston County, and so on. But the folks who named the county decided to name it a Cherokee name. They named it for a Cherokee village here in Oconee County named Oconee. There were 27 Cherokee villages here in Oconee County at one time, and only two of them, two sites, have been saved. Actually, there are only two sites of a Native American village in the whole state, and they're both in Oconee County. One is Chattooga Town, and the other one is Oconee. Now, we have a short video presentation for you, about 5 minutes long. We had a celebration up at Oconee State Park back in September 1st, and we were well represented by the county at that event. We also had folks from the Eastern Band of Cherokee. The chief of the Cherokee came. The beloved man of the Cherokee came. We had Cherokee dancers, and we also had a wampum belt. It was a gift from the Cherokee Nation. So they all love what we're doing here, saving Native American sites. So if we could see the video now, and you all have a copy to take with you, and you also have a packet of information that I left on your desk that you can take home and look at it then. I know you're kind of pressed for time and have a lot of important county business to take care of today, so I'll make this short and sweet. The Museum of Cherokee in South Carolina here in Walhalla sponsored the purchase of the property, and we had help with Natural Land Trust and Upstate Forever and also Oconee Forever. We all worked together on this project, thought it was a worthwhile thing. And in the video, you'll see a lot of third graders. They're all from Walhalla Elementary School because they helped raise money to purchase the property. So they were invited, special guests, to the ceremony. So you'll see them in there. And you won't see our thing. It took about 45 minutes to do the entire program, but you'll see like 5 minutes of it. Or maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna play. That's the reason why I made copies.
Uh-huh.
For 'em.
All the council has a copy. Is that something we could upload to the YouTube? Try to do that. I don't think we can present it tonight, but we can put it up on the YouTube channel perhaps. All the council has a copy. I don't know what else to do. Is there any other verbal presentation? All right. Well, I appreciate it. We'll try to get that out.
I have a few questions.
Okay.
Mr. Lyle, I have a few questions for you. How many visitors do y'all generally have through the museum? Like, y'all have a high time when y'all do a lot of different things? I've been a few times, but I was just wondering.
We did a count last year, and we had like 4,000. We recently, or almost, let's see, it's been back in May, I think, of this year, we have a part-time employee who's there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And since she came in, our visitation has quadrupled. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. And so we have folks coming through the week, and then also have a sign in the window and a note in our website that if you would like to see it any other days during the week, just call this number and someone can meet you up there. And that happens a lot. Out-of-town folks who come in and have heard about it, or friends tell them about it, they want to see it. So, and we've had a lot more visitors from the Cherokee Nation, actually from Oklahoma. They come back here. They can still consider this their homeland. And with this Oconee Town acquisition, they said now they have a place to come home to, which, you know, this makes my heart feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all keep track of the Cherokee population in Oconee County, what that is?
It's hard to do because a lot of the old families here, if their family has lived here for a number of years, there was a lot of intermarriage. The Cherokees here, and I don't know if you all know this, but South Carolina was not involved in the Trail of Tears. Mm-hmm. The Cherokees and other tribes here in the state were not forced to go to Oklahoma. I mean, we still have Catawbas here. They have a reservation. And there are, I think, 14 recognized tribes in the state. So all the Cherokees we have here, and I could probably ask for a show of hands here, and several of the folks here probably have Cherokee ancestry. And when we have groups come through, especially school kids, one of the first things I'll ask them is, how many of y'all have, you know, Cherokee ancestors? And like a third or a fourth of the hands go up. So it depends on, I don't think Wayne and I have any Cherokee that, but that's another story. I mean, we're not really from here, are we, Wayne? No. From Charleston. All right. But,
Well, thank
yeah.
you what you do to keep it alive in Oconee County. I think it's important to note how big of an impact this had on the area and the rivers and the history that flows through the rivers and everything like that, that my grandparents told me stories and things like that have been here a long time, and appreciate all the work that y'all continue to do there.
Yeah, and it's such a fascinating history. I mean, they have been here for 10,000 years. Native Americans have been in this place for 10,000 years, and we can prove that through archaeological work and all. And we did some at Oconee Town and found projectile points that go back 8 to 10,000 years when it was a seasonal campsite. But it was only a village for like 500 or 600 years. And I mean, we're celebrating 150 years, but they were here so much longer. But yeah, you're absolutely right. The names of a lot of things up here, all the rivers and everything, and then locations, it's all Cherokee, so.
Thank you, Mr. Root.
Thank you.
The next order of business is the election of officers to include the council chairperson, vice chairperson, chairperson pro tem. Just remind council that there are nominations. You do not need a second for the nominations. The nominations will be tallied up and then voted upon if there's more than one. If there's more than one nomination, they'll be voted upon as persons nominated in the order of the nomination. So the first office is for council chairperson.
I nominate Etta Kamick.
Are there any other nominations?
I nominate Julie Davis.
Any other nominations? Barring any objection then, there would be a vote on Ms. Etta Kamick as chair of county council. All those in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Call, Mr. Hart, Ms. Kamick. All opposed?
Aye.
Those in favor have it, that being a majority. No majority can be had on the second nomination. So Ms. Kamick will be elected chair at this point. And I'm done.
Okay. Okay, so we can continue now with the council vice chair.
I nominate Julian Davis.
You need a second.
Do not need a second.
Okay.
If there are no other nominations, then that would be closed and you'd vote on Mr. Davis.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Council chair pro tem?
I'd like to nominate Paul King.
I nominate Glenn Hart.
Do I do it in order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All in favor of Paul Kane for chairman pro tem?
Aye.
All opposed? Aye. All in favor, well, that leaves Glenn Hart.
It does.
Do we do it officially?
Yeah, well, since Mr. Kane didn't receive a majority, then you do need to go ahead and officially elect Mr. Hart.
Okay. All in favor of Mr. Hart? Aye. All opposed?
Aye.
Okay. So we've got Kamick, Davis, and Hart. Appointment, reappointment of the following appointed officials, our clerk to council. I move that Katie Smith remain our clerk to council.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. County chaplain. I move that we retain our attorney, Mr. David Root, as county chaplain.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Appointment of council committees for 2018 by chairman. I would like to suggest that we just maintain the same positions as we had last year. So that being the case, unless anybody objects, Budget, Finance, and Administration, CAMIC Chair, all members of council are on that committee. Law Enforcement and Public Safety, McCall Chair, Davis and Hart committee members. Planning and Economic Development, Paul Kane the Chair, Davis and Hart the members. Real Estate, Facilities, and Land, Davis the Chair, McCall and Kamick the members. Transportation, Hart the Chair, Davis and Kamick the members. So it's basically the same as last year.
Madam Chair, if I could.
Yes, sir.
The way our ordinance reads is with approval of the full council. You can do it all at one time. If there's no objection, we'll take it as approval.
Okay, so how do I word that?
You can just say,
If
is there
there's
any
no,
is there any
are there any
objection to that slate?
objections to maintaining the committees as they were last year? No? All in favor then?
Aye.
Appointment of 2018 council representatives to the following organizations. Again, I'd like to keep them the same as last year. CAMIC to the COG, Davis to Oconee Business Education Partnership, and I spoke to Mr. Eldridge earlier today, and he would like to remain our representative at 10 at the top. Do we need to vote on that? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
We are going to have to probably find a replacement for our minority rep on the Appalachian Council of Government. Mr. Cunningham, his health has been really declining. He has not attended any of the meetings this past year. Unfortunately, at this point in time, I don't really have a candidate to replace him, so that's still up in the air.
Is that Madam Chair, is that an open seat that they have to fill out something for, or what is all involved in?
Every county has a minority citizen resident rep, and Mr. Cunningham has served in that capacity for a while.
So there is something that they would need to fill out to present to us to know, or?
But I'll make a few phone calls. I've had a few recommendations, but I need to follow up on those. And it needs to be a minority, African-American, Hispanic, or.
Okay. So is that something that all council can recommend somebody to go to? Okay.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Give me a call if you know somebody that might be able to serve. I'll look
Thank you.
into it. Thank you very much. Okay, our meeting schedule. The meeting schedule was in the backup materials, if you've had a chance to look at that. There was one change for Planning and Economic Development. It was listed as September 5th, one of the meetings. In fact, it should be September 4th. That was, September 5th is a Wednesday, September 4th is the Tuesday, so that needs to be corrected. Do we need to vote on our meeting dates?
To just confirm them as published in the backup materials.
Okay, so we need to confirm our meeting dates as published in the backup materials. All in favor?
Aye. We need
Administrator
to amend
report.
the, that to the 4th.
Katie, did you change that already?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we had talked about it earlier today.
Okay, good deal.
Okay, Mr. Mulder, Administrator report. Not much to say today.
This is my favorite meeting of the year. We just have one matter for business for you on the agenda. That is the approval to submit for a Justice Assistance Equipment Grant through the South Carolina Department of Public Safety. This grant is intended to upgrade the security measures at the Law Enforcement Center, specifically the Sheriff's Department part of it, in order to upgrade a lot of the security video surveillance key coding, access control, as well as radar detectors, in addition to other ancillary security measures. The total grant, as you've seen in your backup, for public purposes, the total would be $113,420, of which we're seeking $102,079 as part of that grant. So we'd have a minimum match of $11,341 in order to completely upgrade that equipment. Hopefully you've had a chance to read the letter. The sheriff has had a number of significant issues with the maintenance on that since it's so old. So we're trying to seek some assistance to replace it. I know we do have a representative here of the sheriff's office tonight in case you have more specific questions about any of the particular problems they have with the system. But we're asking for council to approve the submission of the grant. It is due, I believe, January 19th, around that time frame, maybe January 20th. So we're asking for you tonight to go ahead and approve that, and also allow Ms. Kamick to sign the letter of support in support of that grant application. So that's all we have this evening, and we'll answer any questions you may have when we get there.
Okay,
And go Dogs next Monday, by the way,
I'm sorry?
in case you're, go Dogs, Georgia Bulldogs, National Championship, Monday. I expect all your support. Go Dogs. Took care of business yesterday. Sorry, go ahead, Ms. Kim.
We need to schedule
I get
a,
excited about stuff like that, which rarely happens for Georgia. It apparently happens for Clemson a lot more than us, but
There you
Georgia, it rarely happens.
make a motion to approve the letter of support for the JAG Leo equipment grant application.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Board and commission appointments, anybody to add? Not yet? All right, moving on. Unfinished business?
I have one item.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Scott, we're gonna put a little cardboard signs up at the convenience centers. Please, don't require an ordinance, remember, please put the cardboard in the cardboard, not the household garbage. If we need it, I could donate $20 for magic markers, and we got plenty of cardboard. We need to get that, because I was out there the other day, man, they were piling the stuff in the household garbage.
I agree. I actually used the hook to pull cardboard out myself when I went to go recycle my cardboard. So we'll see if we can get something done.
Thank you very much, sir.
Any new business? No executive sessions today? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
You got it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.